Right. Operation Unprovoked, UK, or no, excuse me, US China 4. The war goes badly for the Allies, but that's what happens sometimes. We will start off with the U.S. buying 2 destroyers, a fighter, a tactical bomber, an aircraft carrier with a fighter and a tactical bomber. China is going to buy an infantry and 2 artillery. Combat, let's go ahead and do the U.S. first, and I'll do Japan or do China after. We're going to attack Wake. It's just going to be to rid the sea zone. These 2 fighters are going to take off from Midway and go 1, 2. And they're going to have 3 left. The carrier is going to come over as well. These planes over here from San Francisco are going to take off from this carrier, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to land on that carrier. And they're going to have they got 0 gas. That's where they are. They got 0 gas left. As far as rocket shots, my Aleutian Island airbase is going to attack your factory, and the Midway airbase is going to attack your port. So, and there aren't any other take that back. I might do one more. Let me see. Nope, that's it. Okay, in that case, I'm also bringing my bomber from the Aleutians. He's going to go 1 into the Aleutians, 2, 3, 4. And he'll land back in Hawaii. Okay, let me do my rocket attacks first. So, this one is for your industrial complex in Japan. 6, yeah. And this is for your port in Japan. 2. God damn. Well, that's enough to make it inoperative. So let me put some chips. Six chips under your factory. I'm fine. I'm recording something. Yep. All right. So your Japanese port is inoperative, and your factory has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can't produce anything until you pay that off. Okay. Now, the sea battle. You are going to have. I've got a bomber. Let's see. I'm not going to worry about. So you get a you get an aircraft, a carrier, and 2 4s and a 2. And I've got a 4 and a bomber, 4 with a tactical. 1, 2, 3 fighters. Yeah. Oops. Okay. 2 4s and a 2. All right. US roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. That's 2 on the carrier, 2 planes. Your strike force there is dead. And with it, you take just one plane. So I'm going to take the fighter that flew from the West Coast. your tactical, your fighter, your carrier, and your transport are destroyed. Your guy's still there. You still own Wake, but is what it is. Alright, the tactical is going to land right here. These two fighters are going to fly back to Midway. The bomber he's gonna land on Midway too, instead of going back to Hawaii. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's there. Actually, change that. One of those fighters is gonna go and land on the carrier, so he's not totally defenseless. All right, so at least killed a carrier group. All right, non-combat moves. For the U.S. These, let me get all of this in frame here. Okay, these three mechanized infantry in Alaska are going to pull forward up into the Aleutians. This carrier I don't have any planes for that carrier. This carrier is going to slide up along with this destroyer. This fighter is going to land, stay there. This fighter from the Aleutians is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, land at Midway as well. Take that back. It's going to be the tactical from the Aleutians. It's going to land at Midway. These two transports here are going to bring these two artillery and these two infantry from the west coast to Midway. This transport that's already at Midway is going to go 1, 2, or actually it's going to go to 12. So it's going to go to 9. Yep, it's going to go to C Zone 9. I don't think anything can get it there. The bomber from Japan can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, he's going to go to 9. Nobody can get him there. That's it for the Pacific. On the Europe side, make sure it's all in frame here. Everything I'm going to do. This carrier is coming to 109, along with this cruiser. And these two transports. These two transports are going to dislodge a tank, 2 dudes, and an artillery into Ireland. Which is pro-Allies. Airbase coming soon. These two fighters here are going to go, and I got an airbase so I can scramble fighters from England in case of an attack here. In Iceland, and I'm about to build a couple of British destroyers for this sea zone, so you can't sub me. So these fighters from Iceland are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're going to land on the Russian aircraft carrier in 113. Okay, let's see. Okay, this transport here is going to go 1, 2, 3. Join this other transport here. It's going to bring this artillery that's from America with it, and those two are out of reach of any of your bombers or planes. So, but I got a couple transports full of stuff there in Brazil. Coming soon to Europe. Okay, or Africa. I don't know. Anyway, so that's all for the U.S. I'll do disposition forces here in a minute. China is going to do a little bit of combat. Not much. They're just going to take what they can. All right. So, 1 infantry is going to slide over into Jiangxi. There's 1. 1 infantry into Hunan. There's 2. 1 infantry into Kwaichao. That's 3. And these 4 infantry and this plane are going to attack in Sichuan. I'm going to leave the 6 infantry and the artilleries there in Yunnan to be the anvil. Okay, so on this one I have a 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 1s and a 3 against a 2. All right. Okay, there's the 2, there's the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 1s, and a 3. I'm going to roll it all at once. You're the 1 green. All right, 1 hit by the Chinese infantry and nothing in return. All right. Probably brought a little bit much, but that's fine. All right, so that guy's dead. Uh-oh. Oh, there's my face. All right. Okay, the plane's going to land back in Yunnan. So that's 1, 2, god dang it. $3, $4. The Chinese are up. They'll be up to 5. And the Japanese will come down $4 to 57. All right. Placing new units. These 2 artillery for China are going to go back, are going to Yunnan. 1, 2, 3. So that makes 4. And then the 1 infantry will go into Yunnan as well. Now, as far as the U.S. goes, 1 destroyer. Let's see. Planes are going to go into the eastern U.S. with a destroyer off the coast. And the west coast gets another carrier group and a destroyer. Carrier with a fighter and attack and a destroyer. All right, those are Chinese. Okay, so the Chinese are at $5 plus a $6 bonus for having the Burma Road open. So they're at $11. So $11 for the Chinese. All right, put that in the Chinese box. All right, for the U.S. The U.S. didn't actually take any territory for worth money, so they're at 54. Plus all those bonuses. Sweet, sweet America bonuses. We've got 10 for the continental U.S., 5 for all of the territorial islands, which we still own. All of 5 for the Americas. And I don't have the Philippines, and I don't have France. So that's an extra $20. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It's like $74 for the Americans to spend next turn. So if you get to the Americans to get in the war, it's not as daunting. Okay, disposition of forces. In the eastern U.S., I have a plane, a tactical bomber, 2 AAA. Off of the East Coast, I have a destroyer. Brazil, I have 4 infantry, or, yeah, is that 4? Oh, shit, I shouldn't have brought that artillery. Oh, well, 4 infantry, artillery, off the coast of Brazil, in C-Zone 86, I've got 2 transports. C-Zone 109, I've got a carrier, a cruiser, and 2 transports. In Ireland, I've got a tank and artillery, 2 infantry, 2 fighters on the Russian carrier in 113. And in the Pacific, I've got, in the Aleutians, I've got 3 mechanized infantry, 2 infantry. This C-Zone here, C-Zone 8, I've got a battleship, a carrier, a fighter, a cruiser, and a destroyer. C-Zone 9, I've got a transport. The Western U.S., I've got 2 AAA. C-Zone 10, I've got a carrier with a fighter and attack and a destroyer. C-Zone 25, I've got 2 transports, a carrier, a destroyer, a cruiser, and a submarine. On Wake Island itself, or not Wake, on Midway itself, I've got a mech, 2 infantry, 2 artillery, a bomber, and a tactical fighter and a fighter. The Hawaiian Islands, I have 2 infantry, and off of Wake Island, I have a carrier with a fighter and attack. And for China, China's got a guy, or 4 in Sichuan, 1 in Kwaichao, 1 in Hunan, 1 in Guangxi, and 4 artillery, 7 infantry, and a plane in Yunnan. And that is U.S. China. UK will be coming shortly.